Just talking about some really interesting vintage entertainment, and we're going to get an update on the Billings House and all the changes it has experienced over the years. We have with me Bram Lewandowski, Museum Administrator, Billings Estate, and of course Councillor Mark Taylor, Chair Community and Protective Services. Good morning to you too.
Good morning.
Let's start with this tent show, Bram. Tell me where it is and what it is.
All right, the tent show is taking place tomorrow night at 7 o'clock at Billings Estate. Billings is located near the corner of Riverside and Pleasant Park in the Alta Vista neighborhood. It's an 8.5-acre estate. It's beautiful. We've got a large tent, so we thought we might as well fill it with some vintage performances this summer.
What is a tent show? For those who weren't alive then, which is many people.
Before the advent of radio, tent shows were a very popular form of entertainment. So we're talking about 1890s through to the 1920s. This is how a lot of people got their entertainment as well as their news.
So you would see a film reel of news from a war front or wherever, right?
This goes back even before the film reels. So
oh, really?
These are songs, sermons, stories, theatrical performances that people were taking from town to town, and that's how people were getting their news, but also in some ways being educated as well.
That's amazing. So when you go through the entrance of the tent, you're really stepping back in time.
Absolutely, yeah.
And this is a one-night only show?
That's right. Tomorrow night from 7 till 9:30.
Excellent. That must not have been easy to put together, as the concept has to be presented as well as the actual performance.
This is the 4th year that we're doing it, and we're focusing on the First World War because it is the 100th anniversary of the start of the war. So there's some pretty interesting stories that we'll be getting into.
How important are these kind of exhibits to the community?
I think they're wonderful ways to kind of connect us to our past and to our history. And you know, in case radio and TV ever dry up, you should come out and audition next year.
I would be there.
But they're wonderful ways to get us connected. And it's nice that it's taking place right now because that leads us into the June 7th, 8th weekend, which is Doors Open Ottawa.
So Doors Open Ottawa is an amazing thing. If you've never taken part in it, it's really something you should, because you get to get behind the scenes in places that normally you may not be able to. Can you tell me how people have responded to that?
It's been an overwhelming success. Every year we get more and more people, you know, coming out to take advantage of going into some of these places, and every year we get more and more places adding themselves to the list. I mean, as far as the city's concerned, you know, we have a bunch of city buildings open, including places like our water filtration plant that are not usually open.
Right.
All of our other museums are open as well as our archives collection.
The 11 museums in the Ottawa area.
That's right.
We're taking a look at some of these old pictures. Are these kind of period shots or made up to look like back in the day?
That's one of the past tent shows, so that's the kind of costume that you can kind of expect. Yeah.
That is awesome. And Billings is taking place in Doors Open as well for the 7th, 8th weekend. How do people come out to the tent show? They just come out, or do you have to sign up?
You can call in advance to reserve tickets. We will have tickets available at the door, though. They're $15 per person, so you can just come on by. We're at 2100 Cabot Street, and we'll see you there.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. No doubt about it.
And then come back for Doors Open, and you can tour all the secret spaces in the estate.
And the interesting thing about Doors Open is it's worth going every single year because new places come in, other places aren't open for that weekend sometimes, right? So it kind of fluctuates year after year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate that.